Hey, universe and mining family. Grab your shovels and your pickaxes. Welcome to the show. I'm Nemesis, and of course, I'm not your babysitter. Do your own research, but let's dig in. Yo, what's happening, Crypto Nation? What's going on, mining family, too? And today, whenever I got home from work, I turned on my HiveOS just to kind of take a look at the mining rig on here, and I had to pull this one off. From the Doge Lord himself, I had to pull this one off. As you see, that fan, you see that? It spins. You see that? Beautiful spinach. Oh, yeah. It spins nice. You come over to this fan and eat. Won't spin. So I get home. This bad boy is sitting at around 70 C. This fan is working. This one's like barely running. I don't know if you could see it, but you see how much wobble there is? Yeah, no bueno. So guess what I gets to do? Some GPU maintenance. Yo. So I ordered up a couple of some fans for this one. I have another suspect one that I think has also got a bad fan on it too, so I'm going to be replacing those, which I will be doing a video on this, because, yeah, I think it'll be interesting stuff to show the inner works of a actual ASUS 1070. Yo. So definitely got some maintenance going on. And then whenever I go into the rig itself, if you see here, some of my temperatures, like this one here, 65 C. It's tolerable, but it's at the upper threshold. So whenever I go into summertime, this card is not gonna be happy. This is the Zotac that I just got from Digital Gold from Jared. And I know that the Zotacs are known to be a little bit warmer than anybody else. So what I'm gonna end up having to do is I want to take it apart, re-thermal paste the CPU on it, and take a look at the memory on there, and possibly make a modification where I put some thermal pads onto that memory lane and see if I can improve internal GPU temperatures. And I even want to take off the back plate off of the 1080s and put some thermal pads back there too, just to help stop the back plate from holding in so much heat. These things will definitely help out everything in the long run. And then, as you can see here, a couple of the other 1070s are living a life a little high. So this one's at 61 C. The fans look good on this one, but I want to re-thermal paste it and see if I can get the temperatures to get into the 50s again. It should be like this one at 53 C, but it's a little high. And this one's too is getting up there a little bit. I might crack this one open, thermal grease this one. But this 1070 down here is the one that I have a suspect is another bad fan. Whenever I turn the rig off, the one fan will keep spinning and the other fan stops right away. So that tells me that the bearing section in there is having an issue. So I've ordered up a few sets of fans for these bad boys. So the ASUS 1070s, I'm going to be replacing a few fans on them. Should be nice and easy. Re-thermal greasing or re-thermal pasting everything, and the rig should be a lot cooler and last a lot longer. And if I can get the temperatures to drop down on these cards to where I like them to be, I can also drop the fan speed percentage. Instead of running them at 75%, I might be able to get them at 65%. That's where, fingers crossed, where I'd like to see them at. As you can see, the RX 580s, I've got those at 40% fan, and they're living in the mid 50C. That is very, very tolerable. I've got a lot of headroom on the fan still, so if these things start getting a little warm, I can turn the fan up or take them apart and re-thermal paste them. Yo! So that's what I'm going to be having up and coming in my next few videos. I hope you guys are going to like it. And then as like a little bit of a rehash, everybody knows that I have gotten done with my testing on the 1660 Ti. And I also put them against the Zotac 1080. Oop, let me put it into this screen. So I put it against the Zotac 1080 and the ASUS 1070 Ti. So I was actually quite surprised that in a lot of cases it would not really go above what the 1070 would do. So after while I was running video, I couldn't get the 1660 Ti to kind of reach its upper end limit. So with the 1070 on NiceHash, it will generate between 67 to 72 cents a day. Once I did a couple of little tweaking on the 1660 Ti, at first it was like between 63 to 66 cents a day while I was shooting the video. Once I turned off the video, I was able to turn up a little bit more overclock on it, but not by much. The ASUS 1660 Ti is pretty much, there's not a lot of headroom on the overclocking without really kind of crashing my whole computer out, or the miner itself just crashes out. So I did get the 1660 Ti to hit a high number on NiceHash of 72 cents a day. Not bad. Pitted against the 1070, it's the same. So the 1660 Ti and the 1070 Ti perform the same on NiceHash. When it comes down to other algorithms, the other algorithms, you kind of start seeing where the 1660 Ti is such a newer card that it's not able to mine as well in certain cases. I'm not sure if that's just because of Windows requiring such a headroom on the memory of the graphics card itself. But whenever I go to mine, like let's say Grin, it will not let me do it on Windows, but the 1660 Ti will mine Grin on my Linux rigs. So you can see some small differences, but my Linux rig, I couldn't overclock the 1660 Ti, so I couldn't get a upper limit of what the overclocks would look on the card. So I got the card to perform the best that I really could. So on NiceHash, it compares really compares to the 1070 Ti on the 1660 Ti. When it comes down to Ethereum Classic, the 1660 Ti gets like on the on Linux it was 24.83 mega hash, but again I couldn't overclock it. But whenever I put it on my Windows, yo guys, that thing with an overclock on it got as high as 29.6 mega hash, right? Yeah, 29.6 mega hash at 108 watts. Where my 1070 Ti will hit 31.5 mega hash at 110 to 115 watts. So with those few extra watts, if I could push 115 watts to the 1660 Ti, could it hit in the same ballpark as the 1070 Ti? Possibly. But as the drivers get updated, we'll have to see with that one. And then of course, you know, the 1070 it doesn't even compare to the 1080 with the ETH enlargement pill on Ethereum or Ethereum Classic, because that's in, like, you know, between 48 to 55 mega hash on that. So it just waffle stomps the 1660 Ti and the 1070 Ti. But yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much where, I mean, as like a small little recap of what I've been doing over the past few days. And the gotta do some maintenance on some of my cards now. Again, a lot of them I've gotten were secondhand, so whenever you're getting a secondhand graphics card, don't worry about grabbing them unless somebody like kicked them, dropped it, short-circuited itself to death. The only thing that you're ever going to really have to maintenance-wise due to the card is replace the fans and replace the thermal paste. The reason that you're going to replace the thermal paste is that, well, mining, it's not so much that you're running these things hot, it's just that they're being run non-stop. So a graphics card mining for 1 year is like you gaming on it for 5. So, you know, after 5 years, you would expect to maybe replace a fan, replace the thermal paste on there. So just kind of keep that in the back of the mind that, you know, you're, as a miner, you're putting, you know, you're just putting more wear and tear onto it in a smaller amount of time, but you're not really damaging the card. These cards can live up to 80, 85C without doing any significant damage. It just starts to thermal throttle itself pretty badly once it starts hitting that upper limit, but it can be living like that. I mean, even this card, I've got to do maintenance on it. I mean, this fan moves here, but if it's upside down like this and it gets warm, the fan starts to drop out. So even this fan, I've got to find a replacement fan for this because, well, trying to RMA these, I mean, I don't mind RMA. Don't get me wrong, guys. But unless you don't mind sending out your graphics card and missing your graphics card for the next 2, maybe 3 weeks, the turnaround time for getting your graphics card back is horrible. So I recommend doing maintenance to them if you can yourself, if you're able to. If you're not able to, you know what, hit me up. I might even be willing to do it for you for, you know, of course, a fee. But if you're unable to replace fans because you don't, you're not tech savvy, hit me up in my Discord. I got the links down in below. I have no problem. You know, depending on the card, depends on you know, what I'm going to be charging. So, you know, you're looking at parts, labor, and shipping. So if you guys are cool with that, you know, definitely hit me up. I don't mind doing maintenance on there. I am a tinkerer. I love building stuff. So if you guys want to pay me to fix your cards, that just kind of goes right into my tinkering thing. I love doing that. I will be doing, like I said, I'm going to be doing videos as soon as I get parts in on how I do my maintenance. Even if you guys don't feel comfortable doing the maintenance on your card, even if it's for your own main PC. Let's say you're noticing your card's getting a little warm when you're gaming on it. I could certainly change out the thermal paste for you. It's not a problem, but get a hold of me. Discord link down below. I got Twitter down there too, but Discord's a little quicker to get a hold of me directly. So definitely, guys, smash that like button. If you like to see me do more maintenance videos, do more techie style videos, definitely smash that like button. And while you're smashing that like button down there, guys, hit the subscribe and the bell notification and share these videos with other people. That stuff kind of helps me out grow my channel to get the knowledge out to more miners like us. And like always, I will definitely see you guys on the next one.